So now let's see the second problem in fractions. In a class A of 25 students, 20 passed with 60% or more mark. In another class B of 30 students, 24 passed with 60% or mark. In which class a greater fraction of students getting with 60 or more mark? Did you get something? So, what was the first point we have to do when you get a problem? Yes, you have to code down the steps. Come, let's code it down. What was in the first sentence? That is 25 students and 20 passed, right? So, class A total students. Total students. Class A. We have to short our sentence. That is how much? 25. So, past students in class A, right? How much? That is 20. Now, a second sentence, what do you get? You have got other class, that is total students, class B. How much? That is 30 students, right? Okay, next one is past students in class B. Class B, how much? You get 24. Now, you just quoted down your steps. What was our second point? Yes, you have to focus on the hints given. What is the hint given here? Just look for the question. In which class a greater fraction of students getting with 60% or mark? A greater fraction. Yes. Now, from this question, when you get it in an exam, you just got that it is from the chapter fraction, because a greater fraction, you have to find down the fraction. So, come on, let's note down the fraction. Class A. What's the fraction we get? 20 by 25. Class B, you get 24 by 30. Okay, we got our hint, that is fraction. Now, what is our next step? When you get two fractions like this, what do you have to do when you want to relate them? Just think. You have to find the LCM, just right, if you want to relate them, right? Okay, let's see the LCM. So the LCM of 25 and 30. That is, both the number will go with 5, right? 5 5s are 25 and 5 6 are 30. Now what's the LCM here? 5 into 5 into 6. That is 5 5s are 25. 25 into 6 is 150. The LCM is 150. See, now the LCM is somewhat big in number, right? 150. But so the steps will be quite difficult to carry on. So now let's go through a simple method. What is that method? Let's see that. Before that, do you remember what is equivalent fractions? Yes, when you multiply or divide both the numerator and denominator by a number, you get their equivalent fractions, right? When you got LCM, what were you doing? You were multiplying both the numerator and denominator by a number, right? That is in order to get the LCM. But here you are switching the method. That is, since our LCM is bigger in number, we find the equivalent fractions. How will you find the equivalent fraction of this 20 and 25? See, both are divisible by 5, right? So, let's see with 5. What do you get? 20 divided by 5 you get 4, and 25 divided by 5 you get 5, right? So now the equivalent fraction of 20 and 25 you get 4 by 5. That is, we are simplifying it. While finding the LCM, you were multiplying it, right? Here you are dividing it by 5 in order to get this fraction simplified. That's all the difference. Now, here what is the equivalent fraction of 24 and 30? Will this fraction go with 5? No, because 24 is not a multiple of 5. So, I think it will go with 6, right? 30 divided by 6 and 24. Both this 24 and 30 are the multiples of 6, right? So 24 divided by 6, what do you get? 4. And 30 divided by 6, what do you get? 5. Now you got the fraction 4 by 5. So you don't have to get confused. Since our LCM was big in number, it was difficult to carry our steps, right? So for that, we just switched our method to equivalent fractions in order to multiply both the numerator and denominator with the LCM. You just switched our steps by dividing with the numbers to get their simplified form. So that's all. Now we got the fraction 4 by 5 and 4 by 5. So the class A represents what? Class A represents the fraction 4 by 5 and class B represents the fraction 4 by 5 for the past one. See, now you got both the fractions right. So you have got here is equal to sign. That is, in which class a greater fraction of students getting with 60% or more mark? That is, both the class are scoring more than 60% mark. That's all for this problem.